What's up, everybody? This is Aaron Pryor from Raiden Designs, back again. This time we're not duplicating app screens. We are going to do app logos, icons, things like that. So I'm just going to run through a bunch of these, and I'll break these up into videos in this section. Hopefully that's what I'm doing. We'll start with this. We'll start with some beginner ones, something that's a little simpler. Let's go ahead and open up Sketch. Where are you, Sketch? There you go. Let's drag this over. Let's move AccuWeather into the fray. And I'm just going to resize this because that's way too big. But we will keep it somewhat big for duplicating. Let's go ahead and draw out a rectangle. I'm going to hit R on my keyboard. I'm going to draw this out, make it the same size. We've got 357 by 357. Let's resize that. There we go. Alright, and I'm not sure what this background is, but we'll go ahead and just round the edges here. We don't want it too much. I'm just going to go with 55. It's good. Alright, let's start by changing the background fill. I'm going to click the color here, the fill color. I'm going to grab my dropper tool. Actually, before I do the dropper, let's apply a gradient. We've got it going up and down. Looking at this color, I feel like there's a dark color on the top. It's a little more of a gradient in the middle, and then back to the darker color. I could be wrong, but that's what I'm seeing there. So I'll start with the top portion selected. So my top point is selected. That matches up with what's over here. I'm going to get my color picker, go to the top of this icon, click that. I'm going to double click in the middle here to place a new point. We'll go ahead and get our color picker. I'm going to get close to this point, select that lighter color, and then move all the way over to the right, color pick it again, and move to the bottom. That looks pretty good. Alright, now let's draw out some shapes. So I'm going to click Insert, go to Shape, and I will put a star. And how many points do we have here? Let's count them up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we got 12 points on there. I'm going to hold down Shift and draw out a proportional star. And then I'm going to come over here and add, I'm going to change it to 12 points. And hit Enter. Now that does not look anything like this. The way that you get it to match up with that is I'm going to select radius and then push that out. That looks good, but let's check the size of this actual icon. So let's move this over. I'm going to zoom in a bit, and I'm just holding the space bar down as I click and drag. I'm not sure why that's there. I'm going to place a smart guide at the top of this point, and I'll put another one at the bottom of the point. And then we'll try to match this up. Let's actually rotate it because it looks like this is different. We need a point on the top and a point on the bottom. And I'd say we're pretty lined up as is. So I think we're good. So we're out of rotate mode. The points look pretty good. If you wanted to get really precise, those points are touching that smart guide. These are not. We can go in and change the radius and maybe get that down just a little bit. There we go. So that's good. I'm going to right click, remove all guides, and we're good there. Okay, so next I'm going to hit O for oval, and we're going to draw out another shape here. I'm going to move my crosshairs here with the oval tool still selected. I'm going to get the point there, the vertical point. I'm going to drag down until I get a horizontal point. I'm going to hold down Alt-Shift, drag this out. And where do we want to drag that out to? Well, nobody knows. I'm going to change the color so I can see what I'm working with. Let's unclick there and let's set a smart guide on the top there from the original. And then let's move our design one into position. Now that's pretty good, but let's hold down Shift, let's select our shape here, and let's align horizontally and align vertically. It is a little bit short, but I'm okay with where it is right now. I'm going to right click, remove that guide. Let's select our inner shape, and what I'm going to do is hit Command D to duplicate, and I'll change the color of this so I can kind of see what I'm working with. Actually, do I want to do that? How do I want to approach this? I'm going to delete that shape actually. Let's delete that. And we're good there. Let's go ahead and with that selected, I'm going to hold down Shift, select my star shape, that sun. I'm going to come up here and just say subtract. Take it away. So now we've got this hole here. Let's click out of it. I'm going to hit O for oval. Let's find our center points again. I'll hold down Alt Shift, draw another circle from the inside. Let's place a smart guide. It looks like it's aligned, so I don't even have to click it. Just to make sure it's all lined up, I'm going to make sure this is selected, and it is. I can see my little points around the outside. I'll hold down Shift, select the outer sun shape. Let's come up here to our alignment tools. I'm going to click Align Horizontally, Align Vertically. It didn't move, so we're good there. Now let's group it. Well, not group it, unionize it. So I'm going to select my outer sun shape. I'll hold down Shift, click that inner shape, and we'll just click Union. Now it is one shape. It is moving all around if I click and hold it. Command Z to put that back. And now let's apply a gradient. I'll come over here to fill. I'm going to click gradient. Right now it's kind of moving at an angle. Just grab that, move it to the middle points. And then we've got the top one selected now. I went and clicked on that. Let's go ahead and set the colors. So we've got a white color over here. I'm just going to go ahead and color pick it anyway, just in case it's a little bit different. Let's click our bottom color, our bottom reference point. Let's color pick the bottom. It's like a grayish, gray kind of cloudy day on the bottom of there. So not exactly the same, but what we can do is click on the top here and just click and hold and drag it down until that white color gets about the same distance here. And that's looking pretty good. So now a couple other things we want to do. We might want to click a few more reference points for gradients here. Let's click another one. So I click the fill on my background. I'm going to double click just to the right of this center point, and I'm going to color pick another lighter color, or the lighter color, to make sure that's what I'm getting. And let's drag this down a little bit. And that's looking good. One thing I did forget to do is apply a shadow. I want to apply a shadow to this inner oval and to this outer shape. So let's go ahead in our layers panel. I'm going to expand that. I'm going to click my inner oval here, and that's the beauty of Sketch here. I can go back even after I've combined those shapes and make adjustments. So if I wanted to move it around or what have you, I can do that. So I'll make sure my center oval is selected, and hopefully it's going to let me do this. I'll apply a shadow, and it actually went ahead and applied it to the whole thing, which is great. Okay, now I want the Y. The Y is telling me it's coming from top to bottom, so as I increase the Y, and I'll go ahead and click that, it's going to bring that shadow further downward. And I don't want it that far down. I think 1 might be enough. It's a kind of a subtle shadow. And we might even want to play with the blur. If you take the blur off, it's going to be completely dark. We don't want that. We do want a little bit of blurring. And that looks pretty good. So maybe about 3. I think 3 is probably good. And I think I'm just going to lighten up this gradient one more time. It's messing with me. I'm going to double click, add another point. I'm going to click my color picker. Click that. It did lighten it up just a little bit. And I like the way it's looking now. So there you go. There's the AccuWeather icon. Looks pretty good. Call that done, and we'll move on to the next icon.